So now let's take a look at the requirements for record keeping on the CACFP. The 7th Code of Federal Regulations, or 7 CFR, Part 226.15e, requires all participating institutions to maintain program documentation. This includes your enrollment documents, your daily attendance and meal count, copies of your menus and other meal service records, copies of your CACFP site inspections and training records, and for child care centers, copy of your cost records. All accounts and records pertaining to the program shall be maintained at the facility and made available upon request to representatives of the CACFP. This includes Karamu staff, Department of Human Services staff, USDA staff, and even the state comptroller if they come to visit you. The state of Tennessee requires that all CACFP documentation be maintained for 5 years. Enrollments, attendance and meal count, menus, things of that nature. Karamu maintains those files for 5 years, and at the end of the 5-year period, we shred those using a commercial shredding company. However, USDA regulations actually require that you, as a program participant, also maintain copies of all program documentation. And remember, when we come to perform a site inspection at your facility, no documentation equals no reimbursement equals no exceptions. So if you're a child care center or a family daycare home, please make sure that your documentation is always available for review. When we ask to see your claim for the current claim month, it should never be locked away in a director or owner's office. If the claim or any related documents are not available when we ask to see them, you don't have a claim for the month.
Listen to me. Like I do this all the time. And if I go out at the house or the door, Matthew has his toys, and then Matthew has all his toys.
Okay, but I have to yell at you guys.
Okay, Linda, listen, Linda. Listen.
Okay, what?
Like everything they do at this house, you can't trust everything at Grandma's house.
Okay.
Okay, then what?
Then you're not listening to me.
Then you're not listening to me.
So for the child care centers only, I mentioned on the previous slide that you are required to maintain your cost records. A very important element of a cost record is itemized receipts. Itemized receipts are receipts that contain the following information: the name and quantity of each item purchased, the name of the store, the date of the purchase, the form of payment such as cash or check, and the total amount spent to include taxes and any discounts, refunds, or other credits. You should only shop at stores that provide itemized receipts, because this is the only way we have to confirm what you actually purchased. Receipts that are incomplete or have been altered in any way are not acceptable. So when we come out to perform a site inspection for a child care center, we're going to ask to see the receipts to support the claim that you submitted in a prior month. For example, if this is the month of March and we come out for a visit, we may ask to see the receipts for the month of January. And if your claim cert said you spent $1,000 on food in the month of January, and what we expect to see is $1,000 in food receipts. Here's a visual to show you exactly what an itemized receipt should look like. So again, it has the name of the store or place of purchase. It has the date of purchase. It has a name, quantity, and price of the item purchased, to include the type of milk, which is very important considering the restrictions we have on the type of milk that can be served on the CACFP. Your itemized receipts will show the total amount that you spent, and it'll show the method